Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Is this to help us as road users or to help you find and fix those potholes?
Well, it is an intervention that is intended to assist both the city as well as the citizens to communicate better. I think we heard people complaining that the call center is very frustrating for people. They would like to log calls when they see road defects, but they don't have a proper avenue to do that because the call center is always clogged. So the intention with this, along with other avenues we've created, is to make sure that that kind of communication is enabled and we give people more opportunity to engage with us. It will obviously also assist with notifying us of defects very quickly so that we can react a lot sooner. So we've got a Twitter account, as you may know, which is very, very active in these days. We've got an SMS facility. Just recently we launched our new website that people can use to engage with us. And now it's the app. So it's but one on a number of interventions that we're making to try and improve the interface.
It sounds much quicker because you don't want to spend time trying to phone a call center for the problem that slowed you down in the first place. But you have received criticism, people saying, you know, we shouldn't do your job. I believe you responded to that today.
Well, number one, I think the mayor has been very vocal in saying that we need to increase the level of activity within our citizenry. So he's really promoting that people continue to directly engage and get involved in service delivery issues where the city is concerned. But number two, I think with this app, we're trying to make sure that we automate some of the processes that have been causing problems in terms of people having access to us and making sure that we deal with the issues that they raise.
I would use it if I knew that you would respond. And we also know that sometimes in the past potholes have been fixed, but it's a quick fix and 2 days later the same problem is there. So people are talking about a structural problem. You know, we don't just need maintenance, we need to overhaul our roads. Is this information going to be used to fix the problem?
I would want the discourse in this city to move beyond potholes to really dealing with the fundamental issues of investing in our infrastructure to maintain over the medium term the asset value of our infrastructure. So what we have done through the condition assessment that we did in assessing the state of our roads in the city, we've got a full understanding now of what the state of the roads are and what needs to be done in each and every part of the city. Okay? So there are roads that are fair, which can still be rescued through a resurfacing program. There are roads that are very poor, which need to be rehabilitated and in some cases reconstructed. And then there are roads that are pure gravel that need to be upgraded to sealed roads. And we're doing that a lot in some of the marginalized townships. There are bridges that have been neglected, granted over a significant period of time, and we're doing bridge inspections now, 889 of our bridges, and we're going to be then embarking on a bridge repair and rehabilitation program. So you can see there are structured programs that we're going to be embarking on. In fact, the work has started already, and if you look over the medium term, the funding levels have been increased significantly in the city. You know, we moved from a budget in 2012 that was only 290 million capex for our roads. It's 737 million this year. We're moving to 1.4 billion next year. Then we move to 2.5 billion in 2015-16. That is what you need. This city needs to reinvest in its infrastructure. And with those kinds of funding levels, I'm telling you that we are going to get back to an engineering center of excellence in a roads authority that is capable of delivering on its mandate.
Skhumbuzo, that is heartening to hear, and I think a lot of people want to hear it. My question again then, you have this plan in place, but if I tell you there's a problem at this specific corner, will it be dealt with?
Yes.
Will my contribution help?
Again, I'll quote the mayor. He says, look, let's look to the future. Let's have structured plans in terms of what we want to do. Let's invest to restore asset value. But don't forget that on a day-to-day basis, people are grappling with problems. So the work that we do in sorting out traffic signals, for instance, dealing with potholes repeatedly every day, is to make sure that we ease the pain on a day-to-day basis. If a road is gone, it's gone. So roads that are poor are going to have potholes repeatedly. That's why we need to rehabilitate and reconstruct them. But it doesn't mean that we must neglect the potholes and have people ride on very, very difficult surfaces.
Finally, it was reported a few months ago, and probably the situation has changed, but there were very few technicians. In fact, I think less than 5 to fix those faulty robots. Are we investing the money in the right area? Because surely you need those skilled people who can fix the robots. Are they there?
We've got people. We've looked at other countries, cities similar to us or cities that we aspire to become, and we've looked at the ratios. Our ratios, granted, are a bit low the number of engineers we have per allocation of traffic signals is still less. We understand exactly how we need to beef up those numbers. We, this year, embarked on a process to have a partnership with both the University of Johannesburg and Wits University to try and make sure that we've got a throughput of young engineers coming through from those institutions into our environment. We've created a platform for internships within our environment, and we're talking to the Engineering Council of South Africa as well as the Institution of Civil Engineering to make sure that they assist us with the road to registration of engineers so that they can get the appropriate qualifications. So there's a pipeline that we're already putting in place to get more supply of engineers, and I think that over the medium term will solve the problem.
All right, appreciate your time this evening. That was Skhumbuzo Makuzoma, Managing Director of the Joburg Roads Agency.